Hello and welcome back to Camus Classics. Today we are putting the carpet in the Oldsmobile 442. So come on and we'll show you what we got here. So it is a two-piece carpet. Piece one goes in the back seat area. You can see it's we've set it out. It comes rolled up. You want to set it out, let it, it's molded so it'll go back to where it needs to go. And we'll just set this where it's going to go. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to mark these holes, mark our seat belt hole, but we do need to cut a little bit. So I'm going to climb in here. We're just going to cut, just using some scissors. Just make it fit nice and tight around this seat mount. And I'm going to trim it up. I want it to be, I'm going to put a cut in. And I want to follow that. Kind of making sure I'm staying where I need to. Just take it slow. You want it to be a tight fit, so okay. Climb out where I can see what I'm doing. You can see these screw holes. I want to be just short of them, so I'm just going to chop off just a little bit. What you'll have is a sill plate that'll cover this, but I need to be able to get to those screws, so I'm just going to take a little bit off. So they do make these oversized, and they're cut to fit. See, here I can't see my screw, here I can see my screw good. So So now I can see my screw holes pretty well. It's sitting down pretty good in there. And I know somewhere here, right here, I'm going to grab a tool and I'll be right back. I got a pick. Use this little piece off the carpet. It's right. And what I want to do is I want to kind of find the middle of it. There's an edge. Mark this. You'll see I put a white spot on there. Don't worry, that's going to go away. I'm going to show you a good way to actually get these out of there. But let us get this marked out. We'll come back to you in just a minute. Okay, so this is a trick we kind of learned. I think we caught it off a YouTube video. Where you take something like this and heat it up. The end of it explaining. You want it good and hot. And you take where our hole is, and you just go like that. You'll notice it smokes a little bit, but that's almost like a cauterization of that hole. I got this other marked, we'll do it too. It just kind of melts it. So you can do that, it melts the carpet. Got a little smoke happening here, but then we'll go ahead and we want to get the carpet sitting where it's going to stay for a minute. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this seat belt in, this side. That one's a seat hole, then we'll find our other seat holes, the other seat belt, get this side done, then we'll move to the other side. We'll come back to you when we're ready to put the front piece in. So we come back a little early, but what we've got our new seat belts. When you're installing them, you want to make sure and put it in. There's a way it goes. So this is, you're looking at it, it's going to come up over the seat. So you want to put it in this way. Should go this way. Give me just a second, we're going to get an impact. So that's how that goes. Now it stays a little bit loose like that so that you can, twist it. And we got this hole, and that one's lined up good. So now we're going to find the other holes. Now that'll keep our carpet from shifting side to side. and we can get things in. So we'll get the other seat belts in, that side in, and we'll come back to you. Okay, we got the back carpet pretty well in. Now we're doing the front carpet. And there's a little bit of an overlap. It'll be right under the, should be about under the center of the seat. But we got a few big cutouts we've got to do. Is that where we want it? Pretty close. Okay, so we got two big cutouts we got to make. We got one for the high beam switch and a big one here for the shifter. Those we'll have to cut with scissors because they're going to be a little bit bigger. We kind of got to get that out, and then this will smooth out a little bit more. So grab us a tape measure. And go up 15 inches. Grab our marker.
The white one?
From that seat. And 15 inches. What we're going to do, we're going to probably cut this a few times, but I want to get this one done, then we'll set that one up and do that one. But I can kind of get a rough cut on this now.
And where did you measure from, Kurt, before we cut that?
Right here.
That'll work good.
So we're going to go up 5 inches. Push another dot. Then I know I was on here, so I'm going to come over 2 inches. Come up over 2 inches. We're just going to cut a big square out for now. And clear that. And go 5 inches. And just cut the white part out. So we'll get that cut and we'll come back to you. Okay, so as you can see, I just cut a square hole. We may have to trim it a little bit more. We'll know more. Now we can reattach the shifter back up. We can make sure we can shift it in all the gears. And then we can, if we have to trim a little, we can. But that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to climb up under here. And we've got our
dimmer switch.
High beam dimmer switch. Okay. So that actually has a piece that goes on it. basically a ring that'll go around it. We got to have that, and then I can finish drawing that out, and then we'll know what we need to cut. And then we'll pretty well have it. We'll have to do our 2 seat bolts and our throttle pedal bolts. 2 seat bolts on this side. We'll just use the same method we did of just melting through with tools. So that seems to work the best. And then that'll pretty well have our carpet in. We'll have to trim it along the side again, trim it there. And then I think Dad's going to begin putting in our the lower seat moldings here, our kick panel moldings. He can do that during the day. They're just put in, if you look right here, there's a couple bolts. They just bolt to that. The front one has a couple bolts as well, but we'll put them on.
And smaller than that hole. It's got to be smaller than that hole.
In this hole?
Oh, I guess not.
So, just making sure I get it marked well. Okay, so we'll get that cut out. We'll come back to you in just a minute and we'll show you when we've got it pretty well in place, ready to go. And then the next step will be, again, do these moldings. Dad can do those while I'm at work. And then we'll be putting the seats in. We've got a few little bit of wiring issues we've got to correct, but we'll get those, and then we're getting close to firing it up and running it. So we look forward to that. See you in a minute. Okay, so we got the carpet in. Looking pretty good. We still got to do the moldings, but they go on after these side panels go on. Like I said, Dad will get those on. And then we'll be ready to, still got a little bit of wiring gremlins to figure out. We'll get those figured out. Then we're ready to put the seats in. And then we'll take it for a test drive and see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.